From Drop Biscuit Studios and the people who brought you Wondery's Inside Jaws, Inside The Exorcist, and Inside Psycho comes You Talking to Me? Bite-sized Hollywood history with plenty of bite. Bruce Willis calls it quits. This is You Talking to Me? I'm Mark Ramsey. Bruce Willis was one of America's biggest action stars ever. The Die Hard franchise alone will keep his name in lights forever. But for the past few years, his projects were different. Dozens of small, low-budget, and fairly forgettable action movies, 22 films in 4 years, not one a standout. Critics and audiences asked why. And then came the news. Bruce Willis's family announced he would be stepping away from acting, for good. He had been diagnosed with a disease called aphasia. According to Mayo Clinic, aphasia robs you of the ability to communicate and can affect your ability to speak, write, and understand language, both verbal and written. It typically occurs suddenly after a stroke or a head injury, but it can come on gradually from a slow-growing brain tumor or a disease that causes progressive, permanent damage. A writer who penned a recent Willis movie tweeted, "People ask why Bruce was packing in low-budget movies. This is why. Having seen the process firsthand, it was hard to watch critics take shots. But I will say, I'm proud to have written for one of the greatest action stars to grace the screen." The LA Times reported that just days before Willis showed up on set for one of his latest films, the project's director emailed the screenwriter, "It looks like we need to knock down Bruce's page count by about 5 pages. We need to abbreviate his dialogue a bit so there are no monologues, etc. Make it short and sweet," he reportedly said. Willis would often work only 2 days on a project, often wrapping before lunch, and he would walk away with $2 million, a small price to pay for his hugely recognizable and marketable face on a one-sheet. People around the world would watch a movie simply because of that face and the name Bruce Willis. On set, things were trying and often heartbreaking. Willis would struggle to remember his dialogue. An actor traveling with him would feed the star lines through an earpiece. Complicated set pieces, especially those with choreographed gunfire, were filmed using a body double. According to the LA Times, in one alleged incident 2 years ago on a Cincinnati set of the movie Hard Kill, Willis unexpectedly fired a gun loaded with a blank on the wrong cue. No one was injured, but actors and crew members were shaken. Mike Burns, who directed Willis in the movie Out of Death, had to compress 25 pages of Bruce Willis dialogue into a single day of filming. After shooting another movie with Willis, Burns could see he was getting worse. He said, "After we finished, I said, I'm done. I'm not going to do any other Bruce Willis movies. I am relieved he is taking time off." In another project, 2 crew members heard Willis say, "I know why you're here, and I know why you're here, but why am I here?" On many of these projects, cast and crew banded together to, as one crew member put it, not make Bruce look bad. He recalled, someone would give him a line and he didn't understand what it meant. He was just being puppeted. Jesse Johnson, the director of another Willis low-budget thriller who had worked with Willis before, knew this would be their last project together. "We are all Bruce Willis fans," he said, and the arrangement felt wrong and ultimately a rather sad end to an incredible career, one that none of us felt comfortable with. After the news broke, writer-director M. Night Shyamalan, who worked with Willis in several movies including the classic Sixth Sense, tweeted this, "All my love and respect to my big brother Bruce Willis. I know his wonderful family is surrounding him with support and strength. He will always be that hero on that poster on my wall as a kid." And so we are left with memories. Memories of Bruce Willis, memories of John McClane, memories of that poster on our walls as kids. It's Bruce Willis's final bow, and boy has he deserved it. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Here's to you, Bruce Willis. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening right now. That's You Talking to Me? I'm Mark Ramsey.